It's the beginning of December and everything on the plot is looking rather bleak, but despite that we thought we'd give you a little tour.
So it's going to be quite a quick one because
We're cold
we're cold.
and Martin's feet are wet.
So our cardoons are actually growing since they were cut back
They are.
autumn or blown over in summer, as is the case with this one, which is the larger of the two, rather surprisingly.
Just to make it clear, we don't actually eat anything from them. They're mainly for the bees, aren't they?
Yeah, they look good though.
Bees
don't
love them.
they?
They look good.
The perennial beds,
Looking very sorry.
Yeah. not much green in it.
Just the poached eggplants, limnanthes, which are actually seeded themselves. I'll probably have to thin those out a bit.
There's a lot ready for pulling up, cutting back. Still a few roses,
Few soggy buds.
which will have been frozen solid this morning. But the red one's looking a little bit
It's
better.
still got a few flowers, hasn't it?
Yeah, that look like flowers as opposed to the other rose, which it's difficult to tell are actually flowers. So on this part of the plot we've got these 4 beds all dug over, hopefully ready for spring. This one will need digging, it's got green manure in.
It's a mixture, isn't it, that
It
one?
is, yeah.
Fruit trees are pretty
Fruit trees
barren.
are bare, nothing on them at all. So if we head through here, we've got another bed of green manure. This time it's grazing rye.
Which looks like couch grass.
A lot too much like couch grass, really.
And people are going to be thinking, what on earth are they growing in that bed? They always think that about us, don't they?
Yeah, what the idiot's growing now. So on this plot, this strawberry bed, we're not quite sure what we're going to do, but it might well need replacing. But we're going to wait and see what happens in spring and whether we think we'll get any strawberries off it next year.
We don't like to pull them up until we're sure that we're properly finished, do we?
No. And further on, over on this plot, there's a couple of beds that are dug over and waiting for next year's plantings.
And we've got the onions and the garlic, which are doing quite well. Look a bit battered, but not doing too badly, are they?
Now, much better than last year when we didn't manage to plant any at all.
We haven't grown garlic for a few years, have we?
No. With some raspberries that look a bit,
They've not put on much growth at
No.
all, have they, this year?
but the fence needs restaking, so that's a job that needs doing fairly urgently.
Black raspberry, that grew really well, didn't it, last
Yeah,
year?
quite
To
well.
say it was a new one.
Yeah.
And the canes look really quite nice. And somebody's singing to us.
Saying idiots, what are they doing down here?
Getting cold and wet.
Honeyberry bed could be another one that needs sorting out.
Not could be, is.
Mid-season brassica bed just has some red cabbage now, otherwise it would have been cleared. But red cabbages
They're looking good, aren't they?
looking good. I think we've about a dozen in
Nice
there.
and firm. Probably 8, I think. Oh, wait a minute, no, maybe 8, I think.
We've got some buds, which is a little bit worrying at this time of the year with the worst of the winter still to come.
They'll be okay. I've every confidence.
This bit usually looks quite pretty, doesn't it, for most of the year, but very barren now.
Past the greenhouse with absolutely nothing growing in it. And under the fruit trees.
Plum trees, green gauges.
We're going underneath.
Shall we do what we harvested?
Oh, okay.
We had a little bit of a harvest before we started doing any video.
Some leeks
Some parsnips.
and carrots. We've not got a mega parsnip like we did last picking, have we?
Under through this way, then under there.
Okay.
So we've still got one bed to start and see what we can do about
Major
sorting it.
renovation, that, isn't it?
But then we've got a couple where we had bonfires that have been dug over, and it should be okay for next spring.
And more strawberries.
Another strawberry bed that looks even worse than the other one to me.
It is.
I don't think they're going to do much for next year.
Except these in the bags.
Yeah, they'll be alright. We can take those out and plant them up somewhere maybe. Some decent brassicas, some purple sprouting broccoli.
Which is a major
It's the best we've had for years.
success. As long as it has some broccoli and it lasts through winter, that's the next step.
Next batch are cauliflowers. Expecting them to be ready in spring. And finally some Savoy cabbages. Got some hearts coming on. So hopefully we'll get something off those.
And we've got some Swedes round here, which
Funny
we
shape.
don't seem to have much success with. They're always cylindrical, aren't they? Instead of,
We should get something off these, shouldn't we? There should be something in there that we can use as opposed
hopefully,
to... They are a bigger size than normal.
some chard and beetroot in that bit.
Yep.
And the leeks.
They're doing alright. They're not very big, are they? But
No, but we're using them, aren't we?
Yeah.
They're useful. I think some of those others at the back that we haven't picked are maybe
yeah,
bigger.
we already had a smaller selection first.
They were below zero. That's what they're called
I
anyway.
know, and it was below zero. Well, not quite.
This is the annual bed that was sown sort of September, October time to hopefully get some flowers early on in the season. And there's loads and loads and loads of toadstools growing on the weed, on the bark chippings, which apparently aren't poisonous but are not edible. Not that we would have tried eating them anyway. Not confident enough, are we?
No. Have a window up the middle. So again, we've got beds dug over, haven't we, on this side?
We have, yeah.
That are ready for spring.
Hopefully the weather will break some of those clods down, won't it?
Yeah, they'll be soft
We
at
hope.
least. And then we've got carrots and parsnips covered in straw. So we dig as required through winter. Then we've got some absolutely pathetic sprouts which will whiz past.
Yeah, they're just not doing anything, are they?
You know,
Real disappointment of the sprouts, because we usually do quite well with them.
some decent winter cabbage. And then the rest of it will...
Some more
it's
broccoli.
cauliflowers, and then, yeah, purple sprouting. These were spare plants. I bought plug plants and there were 2 plugs in each tray, so I separated them and they've all grown.
They did
So
get
these are a bonus.
caterpillars, didn't they, and whitefly,
Yeah, but they've
and
recovered well, haven't they, from being hand cleared.
I hand cleared. You hand cleared the caterpillars, didn't you? And I rubbed off all the white fly dust type stuff where the eggs were.
So there's just that bit.
Then we've actually down here, Martin. Look,
Not a round Swede.
we've got a round one.
Yeah.
I think that's our first ever round Swede.
And there's just no way through. And this is the final little bit, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Which is mostly dug over for spring.
Then we've got the hazel to coppice, the big one, haven't we? That we
Yeah,
coppice.
the one on the left will be coppiced before spring.
It's every couple of years one of them gets the chop, doesn't?
Yeah.
And then the branches are used for sweet pea poles and whatever else we want to
Anything you
use
need.
them for.
Yeah.
And the littler one that was done.
Couple of
Was
years
it done
ago.
last year?
No, it was last year. I had
Yeah.
a look. It was last year, yeah. And of course all these buddleias need cutting back as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I think that's round everything, isn't it?
Yeah. And so really, I think it's time that we went home and warmed up and you got some dry socks on, don't you? So, hope you enjoyed the little tour. At least you kept warm. See you later. Bye.